All right, this is gonna be a quick one for you, but here's exactly what I would do if I wanted to lose 10 pounds in the next 30 days. Now I'm talking about actual fat loss, not water weight, doing a sauna. You see people doing the sauna, all that's doing is dropping water weight. You drink more water, you gain it right back. So I'm talking about actual fat loss. I'm also not talking about cutting out all your carbs because it's the same thing. You just cut out your carbs, you lose water weight, it's the same thing. So I'm talking about losing fat. So here's exactly what I would wanna do. We have to do three things. Number one, we have to make sure we know exactly how much we're eating. You can't lose weight if you don't know how much you're eating. So the first step we're gonna do is we're gonna start tracking your food. You have to track your food, track exactly what you're eating every single meal, especially maybe you got a vacation coming up or you're trying to see some quick results. We wanna know exactly how much we're eating. There's an app called MyFitnessPal. If you download that, you can put in the food you're eating. It'll show you exactly how much calories you're eating every single day. It'll also give you a rough estimate of exactly where to start. You put in your goal weight, about how much pounds you want to lose per week, and it'll give you a rough estimate. Now, obviously, it's not as best if it was personalized. Everybody's body's weight's different, metabolism, how much activity you're getting in, but it'll give you a rough place to start, and it's always going to be better than nothing. So that'd be the first thing I do. Find out your calorie goal in MyFitnessPal, and then we want to start eating that amount every single day. I would say limit the alcohol, limit the shit food, and just really focus on high protein. We want to have high protein because protein is going to keep us full. The more full we feel, the easier it is to eat less and lose weight. So we're going to be tracking our food every single day. We're also going to be doing a weigh-in once a week. We want to make sure we're actually making progress. Now, we don't want to weigh in every single day because the weight's going to fluctuate up and down based on water weight. So if we do it once a week, we should be able to see some accurate fat loss and weight loss on the scales. So we want to start tracking our food. We want to start weighing in once a week. Another thing we want to focus on is our protein goal. We don't want to just lose a bunch of muscle in the process. So a good rule of thumb is put in your goal body weight times 10. So if you want to be 180 pounds, you're going to eat 180 grams of protein per day. Now, lots of people struggle maybe with eating protein. The best way to get your protein up is just have bigger portion sizes per meal. Most people, they're eating 2 eggs in the morning, which is like 12 grams of protein. If your goal is 180 grams of protein, you're only eating 3 meals a day, we're talking 50 grams of protein per meal, and then maybe a protein shake. So we can use protein shakes to help supplement. And then of course, like I said, eating bigger portions of protein. If you can eat 5 or 6 meals, great. You can eat a little bit smaller meals throughout the day. If you're like me, you're only eating 3 meals a day, 4 meals a day, well, you gotta have some big portion sizes per meal. So I'm talking 6 ounces, 8 ounces, maybe even 10 ounces of protein to really get that protein up. That's gonna help keep you full and then keep the muscle that we got, because that's the thing. We wanna be able to keep the muscle like I just mentioned. Next step is we wanna start burning a lot more calories. I see lots of people in the gym, they're doing arm day, they're spending a whole day doing shoulders, arms, abs, wasting a whole day in the gym. We're not burning enough calories with those days, so the best thing we can do is to really focus on compound movements. I personally like a full body day. I like an upper body push day, a pull day, a lower body day. That way we're hitting multiple muscle groups throughout the week, and then we're burning lots of calories, especially with compound movements like bench press, like squats, where we're working multiple muscle groups, in one day. So we want to maximize our time in the gym. So forget the arm day, the little shoulder day, hit those muscle groups the second time, maybe add in that full body day. If you can work out 5 days a week, or hey, even you want to push a little bit more, definitely more power to you. But like I said, focus on your biggest muscle groups. We want to be burning lots of calories. And then most of the time, when we're doing back, when we're doing chest, we're still working our biceps and triceps anyways. So focus on your big compound muscle groups. Another thing that we want to do if we're trying to, crunch, make some real fast progress, we want to get up our calorie burn. Even if we're doing a good workout, we're burning calories, let's add even more to that. So you got basically 2 different options for cardio. You can do steady state cardio if you got about 30, 45 minutes and just go jump on the treadmill, elliptical, a bike, something just get the heart rate up. I suggest getting it up at least over 130 and then just getting a good 30, 45 minutes of cardio. I do suggest doing it after the weights. We're gonna tap into a little bit more fat storage that way, and also we're gonna save our energy for the workout so we can get a good workout done. Another option is what I like to call cardio sprints, one of my favorite ways to do it. I have the assault bike right here, but we can do this, like I said, the same thing on the treadmill, whatever we got to work with, but instead of doing a steady state, we're gonna do high intensity intervals. So 30 seconds fast followed by 30 seconds slow. 30 seconds fast, 30 seconds slow. So we can do that for 15 minutes, and man, you're gonna be feeling it, even after 15 minutes. Maybe you'll even start with 10 minutes. So like I said, we can do this on the treadmill, the bike, whatever you got. I personally like the assault bike or the elliptical because we're working both upper and lower body, and just do a cardio sprint. And then, hey, we're gonna be able to knock out our cardio a lot more time. And it's also proven that we're gonna be burning a lot more calories even after our workout when we implement that method. So you got both options for you, whatever you prefer. So you could even mix it up. maybe some days steady state, some days the high intensity intervals, whatever works best for you. At the end of the day, we're just trying to get up our calorie burn. Another option you can do if you're kind of busy throughout the day, you can get a walk pad. I have a walk pad at my desk. If you have an office job, you're working on a desk, set up that walk pad. You can easily get your steps up and you can knock out 7,000, 10,000 steps a day. It's gonna be just as good, maybe like getting outdoors or whatever it is. We just wanna get the activity going. We wanna be burning lots of calories. We just wanna get up that calorie burn and start burning lots of calories. When we're burning lots of calories, when we're paying attention to our eating and tracking our food, when we're doing a weigh-in every single week, we're gonna be able to see exactly how everything's going. If we're not making progress, if we get stuck, well, it's simple. We can just either increase the activity, maybe a little bit more cardio, maybe that fit day, whatever it is, or we just, worst case scenario, bring down the calories by about 200 calories per day, and then we just implement that for the next week or so. We monitor our progress and then we adjust as needed. Now, I'd personally recommend at least 2 weeks before you make any adjustments, because sometimes I've seen the scale maybe stay the same for 1 week and then I do a double drop next week. And that's very common just based on water weight and things like that. So like I said, I would monitor for a couple weeks, make sure we're making consistent progress. Anywhere from half a pound to 2 pounds a week is a good solid average, depending what kind of shape you're in right now, how out of shape. If you're starting off with no activity compared to start working out, you'll notice different results. So again, we want to make sure we're weight training at least 4 days a week is what I suggest. Hey, if you want to go 5 days, that's great as well. But I would say at least 4 days, especially if we're trying to push things, really see some quick results. Number 2, we want to track our food like I mentioned, make sure we're hitting that protein goal. We're going to times our goal weight by 10. And then of course, like I said, getting up that activity, whether it's steady state cardio, whether it's those cardio sprints, whether it's walking, 7,000 steps, 10,000 steps. We just want to get the activity up. That way we're burning lots of calories, we're eating less, we're creating a big calorie deficit. So that's how we're going to really start making some progress. You should definitely notice some changes in the way your body's looking, how you're feeling, the scale, take photos, do whatever you're going to do, track your progress, put in that work, and you can accomplish those goals. And if you want any more help with this, subscribe to the channel, check out my past content, or if you want me to personalize things for you, take out all the guesswork for you, set you up with the best workouts and a custom nutrition plan for you and your goals, you can check out the link below. You can book in a free call with me. We can talk about your goals, obstacles, what you're looking to do, and I can either point you in the right direction or we could even talk about working together. Either way, let's put in that work, let's crush those goals, and let's get after it. Let's go.